A good scary movie is more than just the jump scare scenes and the mysterious plot twists, though they surely make it more interesting. A good horror movie isn't remembered for its plot devices, but its characters. Think about it. It wouldn't be the classic humorous horror film it is without Bill's Pennywise the dancing clown. A child eating demon who masquerades itself as a creepy clown. That's something no one can forget. We should definitely thank Stephen King for the idea. Did you ever notice that the best horror movies are remembered because of the villains? Norman Bates from Psycho, Jigsaw from Saw, Freddy Krueger from The Nightmare on Elm Street. We can go on. No matter if the villain is a shape shifting ghoul or your average everyday murderer, there is something fascinating about the villain of the story. Honestly, could you even consider them villains? Maybe it is because they are much more interesting than the survivors. But no matter the reason, we can all agree that a horror film isn't a horror film without a kick ass villain. Sometimes maybe an interesting hero. And that's why we have got this list of the best horror film characters from Octavia Spencer's Ma to Michael Myers from Halloween. Here are the best murderers and paranormal monsters we all know and love. Which is a horror movie character that gave you creeps and still haunts you till date? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Pazuzu. Pazuzu is the villain in the 1973 film The Exorcist, a demon who takes over the protagonist Regan McNeil. Pazuzu looks like a hybrid of an animal and a human, which is definitely terrifying and strange to look at. What might even be creepier than Pazuzu's appearance is how Regan calls him Captain Howdy for a while. The ranking of this villain makes sense because while he is absolutely a part of horror history and the film is a classic horror movie, Pazuzu isn't the most talked about villain.
Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with the Father and the Holy Spirit.
Michael Myers. No matter what murder weapon Michael Myers is using, the Halloween character will forever be one of the most spine chilling villains. From the first night when he terrorizes Laurie Strode, she realizes that escaping him for good will be the toughest thing she ever does. Michael is incredibly strong and won't stop until he gets what he wants, which is, of course, to kill anyone he feels like. The fact that Michael doesn't speak and moves so slowly makes him one of the most scariest horror movie characters. Even though Michael has appeared in several films and fans have rewatched the first 1978 film so many times, Michael remains incredibly mysterious. Hannibal Lecter. While Clarice Starling is an intelligent character, the Silence of the Lambs villain definitely stands out more since he is so dangerous and disturbing. Hannibal Lecter has become one of the most recognizable horror characters thanks to the alarming and dark fact that he is a cannibal. Even non horror fans are familiar with Hannibal thanks to his classic film and also TV series, which suggests that he has a meaningful place in popular culture. Horror fans will always want to get into Hannibal's mind and figure out the way he works. Freddy Krueger. From Freddy Krueger's costume of a striped sweater and a fedora to the fact that he talks a lot, the villain from the 1984 film A Nightmare on Elm Street is always on the top of the horror fans. Freddy cracks jokes and speaks a lot to his victims, and the fact that he can kill people while they are having nightmares couldn't be scarier. Freddy will always be a favorite villain because it feels very hard to stop him. Before we continue, there is a small request from my side. If you are watching till here, I assume that you like our content. If you do, please like, share and subscribe to our channel as it boosts our confidence and encourages us to bring more content like this for you. Ghostface. The Scream movie villain was less frightening and prompted more of a satirical style of the series, but the masked villain became iconic as a killer in the horror genre, known for signature taunting of victims. A different character played Ghostface in every movie, making for a different killer each time. Chunky. The Child's Play doll is iconic, and while the Chunky slasher movies have their funny moments, This serial killing villain, who is reincarnated via a doll, makes a children's toy look far from Buzz Lightyear. The 1988 movie led to box office success and 6 sequels.
Are you okay?
I can't stand the sight of blood.
Pussy.
Oh, no, Jake, that isn't quite right.
Jason Voorhees. Summer camp anxiety to the max. The star of the Friday the 13th films, Jason, and his sheer size and murdering ways of camp counselors at Camp Crystal Lake garners him a spot near the top of the list. The camp cook turned mass murderer uses a machete for his kills and that infamous hockey goalie mask to hide his face. Xenomorph. There are countless iterations of this parasitic and murderous alien monster, but there's nothing quite like the OG Xenomorph from the first Alien movie. This guy comes out of a weird crab-like creature that pops out of an even weirdly fleshy egg that latches onto your face and falls off before a little demon alien baby bursts out of your stomach and grows into a human-sized killing machine with an extra jaw. Need I say more? Pennywise. It's fair to say that Stephen King's It villain Pennywise taunts a lot of people's dreams. While there are other creepy horror movie clowns, there's something about Pennywise that sticks with audiences. It could be his evil grin, his white painted face, his old fashioned costume, or the fact that he lures kids down into the sewers of Derry. Since Pennywise targets children, he feels particularly eerie, since he is preying on the young and innocent. Since many are already afraid of clowns, watching Pennywise is even worse. His appearance is intense and it's easy to imagine moviegoers having nightmares about him if they are already scared of clowns. Leatherface. Although it wasn't actually based on a true story, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre has a villain so terrifying you'll forget it's fictional. The human skin wearing Leatherface hacked and slashed his way into our public consciousness, and even though it's been many decades since the original film, horror fans still shudder the thought at the depraved villain. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for sticking up till here. I really hope you liked our content. If you did, please help us in reaching out to more audience like you by liking our video, sharing it with your friends and family members. This small act boosts our confidence in bringing so much content for you. Thank you.